My stepmom blew up when I told her the one thing she never wanted to hear. I was standing in my dad's living room when it all started, right in the middle of what was supposed to be a simple talk about my sister's 30th birthday. No drama, no problems, just picking seats and figuring out who sits where. But the second my dad mentioned that my mom and my grandparents probably wouldn't sit at the same table as him and my stepmom, the whole room shifted. My stepmom's face tightened like she'd been waiting 17 years for this moment. She snapped, "Why can't everyone just act like normal families? Why can't they talk like normal people?" Her voice kept getting louder and sharper, like each word was a slap. My sister and I just sat there, letting her rant. We've done that for years. Ever since she married my dad right after he divorced my mom. Ever since the whispers about him cheating. Ever since she slid herself into a broken home like she didn't notice the pieces. We never said anything. Not once. Not for 17 years. But she wasn't done. She jabbed at the old wedding photo drama. How she couldn't hang up my sister's wedding picture because she felt mistreated. Her version of mistreatment? My mom and grandparents didn't talk to her. 100 guests, music, drinks, a beautiful ceremony. And she acted like she had been dragged through the mud. My sister finally said, "There's no connection between the wedding and the photo. You're turning nothing into a big thing." But my stepmom just kept pushing. Louder, meaner. Her voice was bouncing off the walls, calling everyone childish, dramatic, difficult. I felt my chest tighten. She always does this, starts small, then builds into a storm, and I'd had enough. So I stood up and said, "Do you want the real reason they didn't talk to you? Because I can tell you, but it'll upset you." She froze. My sister's eyes widened. My dad stayed silent, because that's what he always does. He watches the train crash from the platform. I walked toward the hallway to cool off, but then I heard her yell at my sister again. Her voice cracked with anger. That was it. I walked back. I stood in front of her and said the words she's been terrified of hearing for years. "They ignored you because, from my mom's family's point of view, you broke up their family." Silence. For half a second, then she exploded. "How dare you accuse me of breaking up a family?" She stepped closer, screaming like someone ripped open an old wound. Her face twisted in rage, her hands shaking. She jabbed her finger at me like she wanted to stab the air. "I met your dad at a bar because he was miserable. He hated his marriage. He said he was unhappy every day." My sister stepped back, stunned. My dad still didn't move. He just watched his wife scream at his kids in the driveway like this was a movie he couldn't pause. She kept shouting, her voice getting more unhinged. "You two don't know anything. You think I stole him? I saved him. I saved your father from that marriage." Cars passing by slowed down. Neighbors looked over, and she didn't care. She was too far gone. I said, "We're not saying that's our view. We're telling you why they ignored you. That's it. That's all it is." She screamed even louder, like the truth was burning her alive. Like she wanted to erase the idea from the world by yelling over it. "How dare you bring this up after all these years? That wedding was 4 years ago, and yet you're the one who keeps bringing it up," my sister said quietly. That made my stepmom lose it completely. She stormed toward us, shaking her finger in our faces, screaming, "You should be grateful for what I've done for this family." My sister flinched, and that was all I needed to see. I turned to my dad. "Are you really just going to let her talk to us like this?" He looked away, didn't speak, didn't defend us, didn't tell her to stop, just stared at the ground like a coward. My chest went cold. I grabbed my keys. My sister followed. We walked to the car while my stepmom shouted behind us on the driveway, her voice cracking, "Don't you walk away from me!" We shut the doors. She was still yelling. My dad stood behind her, hands in his pockets, silent. We drove off. Later we texted my dad to ask if he wanted to talk. He replied, "I'm not in the right mental state." That was it. No checking if we were okay. No apology. No explanation. Nothing. But I keep replaying the moment I said the truth out loud. 17 years of swallowed comments. 17 years of walking on eggshells. 17 years of pretending. And all it took was one sentence to make her show exactly who she's always been. I told her the truth she's been running from, and she cracked like glass.